Hello guys, how is everyone? I'm starting a new series idea because week's time I moved to Thailand. There's kind of a lot switching up in my life right now and I want a little bit more structure. So the series idea is a walk with me series which I will be doing once a week, as most of my videos are me literally walking and talking anyway, but I'm just gonna choose a topic and discuss it like with a bit more direction as well, because also I'm so open on this channel about my emotions and experiences. I'm crossing a train track and shit like that. And sometimes I feel like I'm all here for being real and vulnerable and authentic and shit, but there is also having a private life. So finding that balance. And then the second video that I'm going to post in a week is going to be, I'm going to try a different style of video. And I'm basically just going to maybe call it like moving to Thailand or living in Thailand or something to do with that, and show more of Thailand. But anyway, now I've introduced this series idea, I'm going to be discussing walking in this first episode and just the benefits of getting out on a bloody walk. Because if anyone's qualified to discuss this, it's me, or not qualified in the slightest. But as somebody who is still very much in the journey, on the process in the journey of learning how to regulate my emotions and my feelings and shit and all of this stuff, going on walks has helped me so fucking much. And to be honest, I only started going on walks to get in my steps, and at first it was quite an unhealthy thing anyway. Don't get me wrong, I still get my 10k a day, but I enjoy it now. I enjoy it, and I think that's because without even consciously registering, my body and my mind has experienced the benefit. Going on a walk is what really, really clears my mind, and there's so much science behind it. We know this. Your circadian rhythm. Don't ask me for the facts because a bitch doesn't know the facts, but something to do with your circadian rhythm. Obviously, regulating when you're in nature, when you're in sunlight, and also the quality. I was listening to a podcast today. The quality of air, of oxygen, is so different outside. Well, it depends what country you're in and what area and blah blah blah, because air pollution and whatnot. But as a whole, fresh outside air is so much better for you and your brain cognitivity, your brain functioning basically just can quite literally change the way that your brain is working in that time than if you're like working indoors and in an office, or you're indoors all day. Like, it is crazy the science behind it. And like I just said, I'm not one maybe I'm not qualified enough to discuss this, but the resources are there. The people that have done the research, the resources are there. One thing about these walk and talks that's going to happen is I'm not going to be able to pull up many facts and statistics because this is all from my mind, which doesn't hold many facts and statistics. It just holds opinions and beliefs and experience that I can share. So yeah, another thing that I'm going to discuss is what you can do on your walks, because I don't know, if I feel like for people that don't go on walks, my boyfriend said this to me the other day. He went away with his nan to Lisbon, and obviously you're doing a lot of touristy shit, you're walking around a lot. He said on the phone, he was like, I don't know how the fuck you get 10k steps every single day, because we only got 8k steps today and I feel like I've been walking all day. And I was like, I know. It is difficult sometimes if you haven't got an activity in that day that involves moving and walking. Like, if say we do a Muay Thai class where my steps are getting in there, do you know what I mean? No stress. Or shopping, love a bit of window shopping, steps for days, or just like exploring areas and stuff. But if you're not doing something like that, like, you have to intentionally go on walks, maybe even a few a day, to get the steps in. So what do you do on these walks? Well, me, a big one is podcasts. I love a podcast walk. I'm currently obsessed with Consciously Unconscious, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it many times before. Two American guias, and they basically just discuss everything from philosophy to spirituality to emotions. But they're also funny as fuck, and this is the difference, right? I'm all here for all of this spiritual stuff. this is what intrigues me, this is what drives me, but I'm not kind of at the woo woo spiritual stage, you know what I mean? I'm still surrounded by very real people and real life and the real world. So to see girls be able to, you know, contradict one another but also compliment one another and have a laugh and say, oh, I got drunk last night, but then the next day, you know, I've meditated, I've done my ice bath session, and I've done it's just the balance, right, which I'm all about. Listen to their podcast. It's amazing. That's enough of me going on a tangent about that. But yeah, find a podcast or a few that when an episode comes out, you're like, I want to go on a walk and listen to this. So that's one thing. Another one is a walk and talk, which I guess is what I'm doing now. But I mean, a walk and talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Guys, I've said this so many times in the past, and I've had people message me like, oh my God, I can't believe you do that. I do that too, and I didn't think anybody else did. Pretend you're on the phone, either put in some earphones, some AirPods, or hold your phone to your ear and talk to yourself out loud, like about fucking anything. For me, I started off doing this with like situations that would happen that I couldn't process, even on paper. Just the art of speaking it out loud. I treated myself as my own therapist, and I also kind of made that commitment and promise to myself that I might stop under this tree, because I did that last time I walked this way and I quite enjoyed it. Just to think and talk a bit easier. Um, what was I saying? Oh, the art of spoken word versus written word. You know, it's two very different expressions. Um, just being able to speak verbally out loud and receive the information that you want to share, but also make sure you're receiving it from like another point of view. Try and play devil's advocate with yourself. Have a laugh with yourself. Like, I know it sounds so silly, but genuinely it helps a ton. You come back from that walk feeling rejuvenated. And if you don't have a situation that you need to break down on your walk and talk about, then get journal prompts up. This is another one of my favorite things to do when I walk is I get up journal prompts on Pinterest and I ask myself fucking questions. I talk about my goddamn self because it's fun. It is fun, and I've learned. I'm. I feel like it's bold to say, but I genuinely believe that that is one of the biggest things that pushed me into the direction that I've gone in and the life that I'm living, and being this reflective and this into my wellness and emotional change. All of this stuff is because of asking myself these questions, and not just in a journal on paper, out loud, talking to myself and becoming my own fucking friend, because you really need it sometimes. Um, but yeah, those are just a few little things. You can listen to music. You can call a friend. You can get your messages done. Like for example, when I walk, sometimes it's the only time that I like go for my messages and voice notes, especially. I don't know why I don't respond to voice notes when I'm sitting down in the house. That's like a on the go, like talking type thing. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that one. But yeah, I'm never gonna spit so many facts. Who knows? Maybe I'll get to the point where I actually do educate myself enough. But mine's all about like, personal experience. My personal experience with walking has just been fucking phenomenal. And it's a form of exercise. Like, it literally is. I was somebody that could only do a high intensity workout and come out from it like, okay, I've worked out. But no, if I'm getting up to move my body, I'm working out in a way. A morning stretch, a morning yoga session is a workout. Like, it's just incredible. I mean, you can't go on a walk, especially on a day like this, in a place like this, and I'm still in the UK, by the fuck away, and be like, not come back with a bit of a smile on your face. Do you know what I mean? It just does that to you. And again, the scientific studies are there. If you're hesitant about anything that I ever discuss, go and search this shit up, okay? I will not be the one to provide that info for you, but you can find it. It's out there. The English wind has been a little bit treacherous, so I'm going to finish this one here. That was my episode 1 to this new series. I'm just going to talk about whatever I feel like talking about that day. Take from this what you will. Go on a walk, get outside. Okay, bye.